All right, we're going live, bringing you the Rocky fan discussion and stream. I see we have DJ in the chat, Michael McDonald, DJ, beware the Cookie Monster, definitely. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and link up Matt Thomas here. So get Studio Red Band in here. Basically, I have to copy and paste the link and send it to my phone email, and then copy and paste that link and shoot it to Matt Thomas. Hey, Neopunk. We got Neopunk in here. All right, Matt, if you're watching, get ready to send you the link here. Yeah, so the plan was to review Rocky before the stream, but I'm going to do that after. I got a little caught up today, but a review is coming. So, yeah, we're going to talk about Rocky tonight, and I know there's quite a bit of stuff that Matt wants to talk. Matt, he's got a lot of information that I would like to hear tonight about Rocky. Yeah. So Matt is going to join us here in a second, and I'll go from there. And again, I was going to review Rocky before I do the stream here, but I'm going to review the film tomorrow. Oh no, we're just going to talk about the first movie, and discuss the first movie, but also do a stream, so if there's random questions too, we can answer some random questions. Hey, Scotty. All right, so here we have Matt Thomas, and 3, 2, 1. Hey,
what's going on?
How's it going, man? Not much.
Not bad. You're fresh off the Rocky train.
Yeah, I want to make sure that okay. Yeah, I was checking my audio and stuff. But how's it going, man? Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. Man, I know there's quite a bit to talk about with like this first movie, and I knew that I haven't reviewed the film yet, and I'm like, man, there's so much to talk about that I wanted to do a discussion and have you come in because I know there's so much that being a big fan of the series. I mean, I definitely want to pick your brain here.
For sure.
I mean, where do you start with Rocky? I mean,
that's a great question. Honestly, you could start with the Chuck Wepner or the thirstness of Stallone in those early days, but I don't know. I think it's the perseverance, like the it just kept going.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was going to ask you real quick before we jump into Rocky. The stuff he did before Rocky. Do you have any thoughts on like the Lords of Flatbush or even the Italian Stallion or any of those before we deep dive into Rocky? Oh, Matt Thomas. I don't know what happened there, but hey, Deep Fried. Yeah, I was reading about that. Robert Redford, I think James Caan was considered for the role of Rocky. But so for people, yeah, that sounds good actually. Peanut butter cookies. Now, if anybody wants to join, I'll do up to like two more guests here. Then I don't know what happened to Matt Thomas. I think I mentioned the Italian Stallion and his phone bugged out. Or his phone's like, F that. Okay, here we are. Hey.
Sorry, I lost you there for a second.
No problem, man.
I think, like, what's the question again? Do I have one?
Oh, like before we get into Rocky, did you have any thoughts about the stuff that he did before Rocky? Like the Lords of Flatbush and Death Race 2000.
I like them, but it's nowhere near Rocky. I don't know. I always kind of think of Rocky as that stepping off point, but I do like some like the Kojak. That Kojak, that was really cool. Lords of Flatbush, pretty cool with Harry Winkler. Hearing how Harry Winkler was illiterate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like what was the other one?
Death Race 2000.
Yeah, I've watched Death Race 2000. I just don't remember it. So I'm like, when I heard your review, I went deep diving and I found a version on YouTube, but maybe I'll watch it on Oculus.
Yeah, that's a fun movie. The only thing, I mean, Stallone's having fun in that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like the more I get into Sly's career, that could be like an underrated movie.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back, I mean, let's not talk about the porno he did. Let's skip that one. Unless there's something that you want to. I mean, do you have any thoughts on
the porno?
Yeah. Well, here we go, Scotty.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Just before Scotty, the porno. I like your setup here with the ring.
Yeah, I thought, it'd be like a fun little backdrop.
Frank Stallone Sr. is somewhere in there.
Oh, really?
Rocky's dad, yeah. He's the bell ringer.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I don't want to say what was the question again.
Well, I mean, if you want to move on, we were just talking about this adult film, but we can move on from that.
Yeah, the adult film. You know what's cool about the adult film is that film later became...
Hey, Alex.
There was another film called White Heat, and then they spliced another version of Italian Stallion from that. But also, the movie 5 Easy Pieces, and there was a sequel called Pigeon Kicker, which Kitty and Stud make an appearance in. But it's like a whole shared universe.
So what?
We haven't talked about Rocky yet. Like I was kind of covering the stuff that he did before Rocky, like a recap
of
it's like the first
so far.
I've never heard of X-rated shared universe before.
I don't know, man. I don't think you want to give them ideas for that.
I was going to ask, have you seen like the stuff he did before Rocky, like Death Race 2000 and
No, I've heard of it. I know about the Italian Stallion, but hey, he was broke. He needed to, get money and, start somewhere, sadly. But he was able to get away from it, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, I never saw. Thankfully, I never saw the porno. I'm lucky, but I did see bits of Death Race 2000, and it's of course, it was the original before Paul W.S. Anderson's take on Death Race, and is very, very different.
That was Paul W. Anderson. W.S. Anderson.
Yeah, he directed the remake.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
That was in 2008, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was that Tyrese Gibson?
Yeah, who played the Stallone character.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that film in so long, though. I do have it. Lords of Flatbush was okay, but it's kind of like maybe a time waster, but not rewatchable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like I've watched that film like 5 different times, and every time I saw something new because I did not remember watching it. I still don't remember that fucking movie, and I've seen it a bunch of times.
The soundtrack's not bad. I remember some of the songs being, upbeat,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but that's about it.
Still no Rocky 4 soundtrack though.
Are we
No.
going to talk about those early Rocky soundtracks?
Which ones?
1 through 5.
Teardrops, and 1 was Teardrops, and 3 was not Fortunate Son, but it was kind of like a Fortunate Son song of Eye of the Tiger before Eye of the Tiger.
Huh.
Shit, what was
I
it
didn't know about
called?
that.
Oh wait, you talking about concepts for songs they had before they finalized?
Well, like the songs that like Sly wanted Eye of the Tiger, but he didn't. He heard another song that was like Eye of the Tiger that he was like, okay, we're gonna use that song, and then they made Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
Or like Teardrops was like an acapella group almost, like a barbershop group with a blues background. Fuck. Who sang that? I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You guys can. Yeah.
I was gonna say that Rocky was actually the very first movie that my mom and dad saw together. So
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah,
speaking of
Like way back when it came out?
when it came out in theaters. Yes.
Wow.
speaking of Rocky, I went
Wow.
to the mall in Raleigh today, the Triangle Town Mall, and
Oh, are you serious?
yeah,
Oh, wow. Wait, how far is that from you?
it's about, I want to say about half an hour almost, or a little past half an hour. But I went to the FYE in there, and ironically, just before you were talking about this, they had the original Rocky DVD box set for sale.
Wow.
Wow.
And I didn't pick it up because I'm broke as fuck. My mom is not getting paid until Tuesday.
Do you want mine? I'll mail it to you. I got a couple of them.
I would love to do that, but no.
Well, it's just funny because I've been at that same FYE, and I'm surprised
Really?
it's open. Yeah,
Really?
in Triangle Town. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So you are not too far from each other, it seems.
No, we're not.
No, we're in the same state, North Carolina.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
I guess I kind of. Yeah, I kind of
Well-
forgot about that recently. So.
Well, I mean, I guess. What's your thoughts on Rocky? I guess like each person wants to give their. I mean,
Well,
You know, I haven't seen the first Rocky, but hey, it was a good, catalyst to get the franchise going, and it's definitely, like I said, I even said in the chat, it's a go in the distance type of movie for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, from what I remember, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but it's definitely a classic. It's definitely a great movie. A lot of iconic moments, and I know some people were pissed at the ending initially, but then you really, but once you get behind the meaning of it, it really eases up on you, and you really see he didn't need to win the fight in the end. He did that in the sequels anyway. What he really needed was Adrian's love in a way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You also need
Like I saw
was
that
gonna say-
really late.
I was gonna say,
And it kind of, it kind of reminds me of Street Fighter 2 Ryu's ending in that game. He, he skips an awards ceremony because the fight is everything to him, and that's kind of like Rocky. It didn't matter if he won or lost at the end. The fight was everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why people say it's not really a boxing movie, but more of a romance story.
Of course.
Yeah, love
Mhm.
story.
it's about him trying to prove that he can be capable of going toe to toe with someone, even if he did
Yeah.
lose. He showed that he had heart, determination, and just sheer will and not giving up.
Of course.
Gave it everything. He gave it everything he got, and of course he
Yeah.
did the same thing, except this time he actually won.
Mhm.
Now, is it your favorite? I mean, what's your favorite of the Rocky
Me?
movies? Yeah.
Me?
Your interview, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you the story about Rocky 1 is that, like, growing up in Quebec, you gotta, video store wise, you gotta go with whatever's there. So I ended up seeing Rocky 1 until I was like 15.
Mm,
And that was a super Stallone freak in the 80s, right? So,
yeah. But I think you knew about Rambo first before Rocky, or was it the other way around?
yeah, Rambo, First Blood was the first Stallone movie I saw, and I was freaked out. Like, I was scared.
Yeah.
Like, Stallone scared the shit out of me in that movie.
Yeah,
And then Rocky 3 was the next one, and then I was like, oh shit. And then fucking Rocky 2, because it was the only English copy we had here.
Huh.
So I watched Rocky 2. And then Rocky 1, Rocky 5 I saw in the theater with my mom. It was the last movie I got to see with her before she died. And it was like, I love that fucking movie. And then Rocky 1 was after that. Like when I was a teen. And I was amazed by that movie. I was like, what the fuck? Like, there's so much going on.
Yeah, I would. It's a classic, but even like I'm thinking about it. I mean, it's not my favorite to be honest with you. I much prefer like my favorite is between like Rocky 3 and 4.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on that same boat, to be honest. Technically Rocky 1 is technically it's the best, but my personal favorite is 4 because of how over the top and charming it is.
If I had to pick, I would say Rocky 2 and 5 are my favorite, but I think they're for different reasons. Like,
Of course.
if you look at it, Rocky 1 is like Rocky 1 and 2, you could put them together and make one amazing long fucking movie.
Like about as long as a fucking modern Peter Jackson movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
basically.
4-hour movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the fight between Dolph and him?
Oh, you mean like when they were making
Great
the movie?
fight.
Hmm.
All around.
Like an actual fight?
The actual fight, or you mean in the film? Because their fight in the movie is great.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Dolph that got cut out.
Yeah.
That's why he did the director's cut later on, which I
Yeah.
don't know if any of y'all saw.
Yeah,
haven't
that
seen the
was
director's cut.
garbage. That was like, I was like, dude, there was so many
movie.
scenes and he didn't choose any of them.
Yeah.
God, that's horrible.
There was some nice little moments here and there in the director's cut that I saw. I saw that. I know we saw that one actor that we saw in the trailer. He was not in the theatrical cut, but he was restored in the director's cut.
Oh, you mean in the little scene where he's like talking to him about
Yeah.
about Drago? Yeah,
Oh, film wise.
film
And
wise.
apparently, I think they attempted to humanize Draco a little bit. I think in the director's cut.
I don't
haven't
know.
seen it yet.
I don't know if dehumanizing him further is a good idea because
Not
He
not
did
de- but
He did
humanize.
the next one. He's in the next one.
yeah, of course.
Maybe
Yeah.
he was like Drago was definitely under more of the Soviet influence and pretty much just being a puppet for Russia and all that good stuff.
But doesn't it work better that way for him to be a puppet of Russia?
Those are the only scenes that seemed that I didn't mind. I mean, I know he cut all the robot scenes. I'm kind of mixed on it. It's kind of a fun little scene, but
Well, like
Goofy,
originally he had a lot of trouble with the mob because of in Russia, like the
you mean like
the
KGB?
rating system in Russia. Yeah.
Wait, yeah.
Because in the novelization, he like there's an origin story of him and Ludmilla, Bridget Nielsen's character.
Yeah.
But
I know that Stallone
Yeah.
took a good part of her scenes out in the director's cut, and he made some soundtrack changes.
he took everything out,
The robot too, right?
dude.
Yeah.
Dude. There's like 75% of the movie that got cut out.
Dude, I get that the robot thing is goofy and not in line with the first movie, but come the fuck on, it's fun. It's it's fun because of how out there it is.
Okay,
Guess
let
what?
me give you some Seiko scenes. Seiko out. The first point is, like when the guy comes to pick him up,
All right.
and he's like, the robot's talking in the sexy voice for the first time.
Yeah.
He programmed because the robot came to his room. Do you need any beer, Polly? And he opened the door, and he saw the robot, and he let the robot in. And he closed the door, and fucking reprogrammed the robot. That's why he's saying like, "I'm gonna get our wires crossed."
Got the blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then like there's a scene later where like the scene where in the director's cut where Apollo comes out and they're talking in Rocky's backyard.
Oh,
Yeah, I
there's
don't think
more.
you saw that part.
There's more of that, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah. where they're talking outside. The
Yeah.
robot's like, Rocky's like, you gotta call, like, Apollo's on his way out. And Rocky's like, all right. And Polly's like, why'd you gotta come out at 7 o'clock in the morning? and he looks at the robot and he goes, robot, beer. And the robot shoots out a beer and he fucking grabs the beer and he drinks it. There's a whole
still
bunch
like
of
the
those
robot.
kind of scenes.
Bro, beer
That
sounds
were
like
cut.
a Budweiser commercial.
Yeah.
But I mean, to jump right into the first movie, I mean, I think Matt, didn't you say that? I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of stuff that was taken out of the film. I mean, what can you give us? I mean, as far as like off.
Yeah, because you're pretty much our expert on.
Yeah, you're
stuff.
the aficionado here.
Yeah.
for
Really?
this, yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, just
You know the part, when Rocky's walking Marie home?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Oh yeah, the screw you creepo scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
there's some teenagers who pull a gun on Rocky and Marie, and Rocky's like, you pull heat on me, I'll stunt your growth or something like that. Yeah.
That wasn't the original line, like "fuck you, creepo." Is that true?
Something like, I heard that. I don't know if it's true. There's like one version of Rocky I've been trying to collect that I can't find, with the racist Mickey and all, like the
Oh
handwritten
yeah, I
stuff.
saw that in the trivia.
This is Mickey.
I wrote
Yeah,
it down here somewhere.
but I
Yeah,
can't
I saw
find
that
it.
same information on IMDb.
But the other one where he gets in a fight with a Dipper, Dipper,
Right.
George from Daylight.
Yeah, it says
He
right
fight-
here that two scenes that were written that do not appear in the final cut. Rocky visits his gym with Apollo Creed as a photo op and beats up Dipper, the fighter who took his locker earlier in the story, and the scene the night of the big fight in the locker room between Rocky and Adrian.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Fight between them in the locker room. It's been a long time.
That could have been amazing too, because the ending, right? They have it in still photographs. I don't think they had. The only one who would know if they had that footage is John G. Alvinson's apprentice. Not fuck. What was his name?
Hey, Sam.
I like his
The
profile pic. He got
The
rated.
guy who did the Frank documentary.
Oh, that was good, by the way. The Frank Stallone documentary. They came out. Yeah, the other year, back in 21.
Derek Wayne Johnson.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy. Damn, I forget where we're going with that, but
Oh, they were talking about some of the deleted stuff.
Yeah,
Rocky.
the stuff on the first Rocky. Yeah.
he would know though. He would know.
Because John G. Avildsen, if I'm, he passed away recently, like not too long ago, wasn't it?
I feel kind of robbed. Like he took over not took over John G, but like he had a lot of access to those early tapes of John G. That's where he made the documentary with Rocky and the Karate Kid.
So more or less, he passed him the keys to the castle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just insane to think about too how Stallone wrote this in like what 3.5 days.
That's mad talent, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, then like a month.
I
of
can see
shooting.
it though.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
see it.
Also, reading some other trivia. Apparently, Sylvester Stallone was a heavy smoker. He actually ended up quitting the film because he was always out of breath. And hey, what's up, Sam?
Yeah.
Hi, Sam.
Yeah, prior to his breakthrough role in this movie here, he was earning $36 a week as an usher.
He apparently only had $106 in the
I
bank.
never heard that
And
before.
he was trying to sell his dog because he couldn't afford to feed it or something.
He sold to Jimmy
Yeah.
Gambino. I talked to Jimmy. Jimmy's crazy. No, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say he was crazy. He was not crazy. He was just very eccentric in his beliefs, and he told me all about that. Like Sly sold him the dog and all that shit.
Now the question, is it the same actual Buckus that comes back for Rocky 2?
I think so, because they needed the dog. So, but Jimmy is, you know, the guy in Rocky 1, Little Mike.
Little Mike, I think.
He helps him in the corner.
The guy who says you're
Yeah.
killing
The
him.
little guy. And in Rocky 5, he trained Sage. In Rocky 5.
Oh,
Okay.
it's been a long time, dude. We need to watch them again to catch up
Well,
on
if
those details.
If
No.
you watch Rocky 1, he's in Rocky's corner. If you watch, he's the one that started the Dipper fight because Dipper made fun of him. And Rocky's like, "That's my little friend."
Isn't he the one?
Rocky's like, fucking.
Isn't Mikey the one that compliments Rocky while the trainer's like, "You're killing him"?
I'm not sure. In Rocky 5, he trained Sage.
Oh.
I just
Well,
watched Rocky.
Speaking
Okay.
of Rocky, you know that the first 4 movies are coming to 4K this year.
Oh, I
Really?
didn't know that.
Yeah.
By the way, Neil Punk, I see you in the green room. I'm just gonna do 4 for this,
Yeah.
but we're gonna do more discussions. Like there's gonna be like a discussion for every Rocky movie.
But stay in the comments.
Yeah.
Stay in the comments, stay in the chat. You know the view.
I am promoting. I say Neil Punk.
Yeah.
Lead the comments, baby.
The comment,
Lead
Yeah.
them.
leaving. Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? The highest grossing film of that year.
76.
Yeah. Okay. Take a guess. What was behind that? Like, what was number 2?
Well, what
Carrie?
else-
I don't know.
What else was out in 76?
Okay, I'll go ahead and tell you. Number 2 was The Star Is Born,
Stars
the
Born.
original one.
Oh yeah.
Number 3. Anybody want to take a guess?
Well, I know the most I know is that The Omen was out in 76.
Yeah, 19.
Yeah. Okay. So King Kong was number 3.
Oh, the King
Wow.
Kong remake with Jeff Bridges, Jessica
Yep.
Lange.
Yeah.
And number 4 was Silver Streak.
So
Wow.
Oh wow, the Gene Wilder and Joe Clayburgh movie.
to tell you the honest truth, I haven't seen much films from 76, to be honest.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
That was 73.
23.
Yeah,
And
actually,
then the sequel was at
Exorcist?
next year. Yeah,
Yeah.
Exorcist was 73.
Exorcist. You must be thinking about The Omen, Michael.
Yeah, Mike.
yeah.
Yep, he is a huge icon. Stallone is for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I know Mike. Mike's a good buddy of mine.
Rocky. Stallone
I
gave-
don't know if it's a 0
No.
out of 5 for me.
I disagree with him. It wasn't perfect, but I won't give it a 0.
compared,
Yeah, I love that. I love that fucking.
compared to Spy Kids 3 and other stinkers that he made, this is fucking
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah,
I say for me like a
would
3
you
out
say
of
it's better
5.
than Grudge Match for sure?
3 out of 5. That's
Yeah.
like you mean like a 6 out of 10 in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I don't hate the movie, but I could watch it as like a. I haven't seen the work print, so
The work print's amazing.
The word print from Understood was better in the head. Stallone's voice sounded more natural in
It's-
it, and
it's
Sally
mean.
revealed
It's
What?
mean in a way that like they display Rocky's disability on the sleeve. Like Rocky is fucking brain damaged in that version of the movie.
and apparently
so much
we
so
see
that,
Madame de
like-
Marie's fate in a way. She becomes
Yeah.
Thankfully, they changed
She becomes a whore. She
Yeah.
becomes a fucking whore. Yeah.
Marie becomes a whore.
Yeah.
The one thing Rocky told
Wait,
her.
wait.
not- What?
Oh wait, in the Rocky 5 work print she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Not like the Rocky 6 movie.
I'm glad they changed that because honestly, that sounds very mean spirited.
And
Oh.
it's like they really did her dirty. Like she has cold
Yeah.
sores all over her mouth. She's like
Oh.
against the
Maybe-
fire drum outside with Frank Stallone. She's like fucking. Hey
Yeah.
Rock, you got any change?
Maybe she needs to be checked out for brain damage.
I was glad they at least did her some justice in the Rocky Balboa movie, or at least
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taxi Driver came out that year.
yeah. Texas, how can I forget?
Yeah, he beat out the
Robert De
sequel.
Niro, Sybil Shepherd, Albert Brooks, and Jodie Foster.
Mm. I like that
but-
movie too, though. That's a great movie.
But going back to some of the names that were considered for Rocky, Robert Redford, which I don't know, great actor,
Nope.
but
Nope.
I don't know. He's too serious of an actor to pull. He's not the type. He's not the buff type. I'll just say.
Ryan
Oh, yeah,
O'Neal.
I can't believe it. How can I forget? Logan's Run in 1976. If anyone likes that movie.
That's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds.
Smokey and the Bear, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Burt was considered for Rocky.
I cannot see that, to be honest. I really can't.
Nick Nolte.
Big ball team, no.
Oh, imagine, Mr. Joshua.
James Caan.
Oh shit.
No.
He might have been decent. He could have pulled it off, maybe.
Maybe in a different way.
Yeah.
And I haven't fully watched it, but Marathon Man also came out that year. Dustin Hoffman.
Okay. So Stallone had originally wanted Harvey Keitel for the role of Paulie.
Harvey Keitel's Paulie.
Really?
Yeah.
That would have been good.
This isn't the
Apollo
trivia.
or Polly?
Paulie.
Apollo?
Paulie.
Paulie.
Paulie. Not
Polly.
Paulie.
God damn.
Cher was considered for the role of Adrian.
Cher is Adrian.
I
Yeah.
love Cher.
Yeah, Cher is great, but I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been a good fit for her.
To be honest, I see Cher as more like the Morticia from Addams Family type.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she could have pulled that off had they cast her in that.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Angelica Houston did just fine.
Yeah.
Favorite scene in the movie.
Favorite scene in the movie when he walks up the steps. You gotta love that scene.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's round 14. All
Oh,
of round 14.
I would.
When
man, that's
Rocky
tough.
gets down and then he gets back up and Apollo's like, ah. I love
I'm
that.
trying to think.
Definitely not the part where he gets his eye cut open.
Yeah.
I love that too.
Okay. Okay.
I would say maybe the training scene, but a lot of the scenes with Adrian. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as
Pretty
corny
good.
as that may sound, but
Yeah.
you know, Talia Shire was great in that part. I mean,
Yeah. And you would agree the both of them had great chemistry as Rocky and Adrian together.
yeah, great chemistry.
Yeah.
But Talia Shire, I mean, the way she played that character is very sweet natured,
Yes, very
and
innocent.
Very shy as well. She captured
Yeah.
that essence pretty well, I'd say.
but I don't think Cher would have worked.
No, not at all. Cher's like too exotic.
Too dramatic.
Yeah,
Yeah, too exotic, dramatic, and just she doesn't fit that shy awkwardness like Talia Shire portrayed.
I agree.
Talia Shire brought again that sweet nature to the character. Very cute too, I have to say.
Yeah.
Margie Mosley,
Yeah, Talia Shire had that natural, wholesome look to her, and there's no way Cher could have. There's no way Cher or anyone else could have, replicated that.
and I was just thinking too about the scene when Rocky's at the top of the steps, asking her to come in, asking her to come into the apartment.
Yes.
Like, imagine if that ever happened.
Oh, I don't know.
It doesn't work today, I'll tell you
Doesn't
that.
work today. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, and where it's like, come on in. Like nowadays, people would just be up in arms.
They would scream foul at that, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make him into a. They'll probably make him into a desperate ass, or just wanting to get some piece of that ass or something.
Or just probably a simp or something like that.
Yeah.
Simp.
Or they would say harassment and try to cancel the movie on Twitter.
Yes, there'll be a for Me Too.
Yeah, Tad Hanselton. Now's not a good time to bring him out, is it, John?
Maybe later.
Maybe later. Yeah.
Yeah, because but going back to the casting choices for a second, Roger E. Mosley auditioned for the role of Apollo.
Wow.
Yeah, TC. From
Wow.
TC from what?
Magnum PI,
Magnum PI. Okay.
but he left after creative disagreements.
The helicopter guy.
Right.
But is there any more deleted material, Matt, that you may know of, or
That's what I was saying before. Like, I'd like to go back and read the novelist who got hired for Rocky. I'm not sure. Like, hold on. I want to say I'm not sure, but I know I'm gonna think about something. Um, I don't know. At this time, I'll say I'm not sure,
Okay.
but yeah, there's got to be something in those pages, right? There's got to be something that's in
I
there.
did.
So I'll check that out for you guys.
Oh, no problem. Well, I wrote something down right here. I don't know if this is gonna like jog a memory or whatever, but in the original script, Paulie stated that the reason he wanted Rocky to put in a good word for him with Tony was because working in the cold, rough climate of the meat plant inflamed and swelled his joints.
Well, I know
Constantly.
that Gazzo is in fact Rocky's cousin.
You mean
really?
the loan shark that tells him to break people's thumbs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick this in your rock glove.
Yeah.
Stick this in your glove, Rock.
Of course,
Yeah.
that actor went on to be in the movie Maniac.
Which I've never seen.
Yeah,
by the
him
way.
and Stallone had a big falling out too
Oh, what happened
for
there?
Rocky 3. He was supposed to be in Rocky 3. If you read the script and the novelization, he's in the script, and he's like like when Rocky goes to fight Hulk Hogan,
Yeah.
Mhm.
there's a whole bunch. Everybody from Rocky 1 and 2 comes and pays their respects to Rocky, and
Oh, you mean like?
Gazzo is in there.
And by
Yeah.
the way, that is easily Hulk Hogan's best movie he's ever done.
That
Yeah.
and Suburban Commando.
Suburban Commando. Like, granted, Suburban Commando is probably more like a fun, dumb fun kind of movie, but if we mean like,
And if you read the novelization or the script from Rocky 4, then you find out that Tony and his cousin and who's that guy who was like always making fun of Rocky?
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. He's like the driver for Gazzo, right?
Yeah.
I forgot the character's name, but I know what you're talking about.
They get shot in the face in a restaurant.
what?
What the driver
Yeah.
does?
Gazzo and the
Gazzo
guy
gets killed?
and the driver.
Wow.
Wait, when does this happen? During Rocky 4 or something?
Rocky
The
4.
novelization?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of scenes in Rocky 4. Like you get to see Rocky's origin in Rocky 4. There's a whole Adrian's pregnant in Rocky 4. That's why she's wearing the nightgown a lot in Rocky 5, because she was supposed to be pregnant
in
with
Rocky
his daughter.
Oh, Rocky 5. That's why she's. It's been a long time since I saw 5. She wears a nightgown in 5, right?
Yeah, that's why, because she was pregnant with his
I
daughter.
remember her wearing like the nightgown in 4, though. When she's having the argument with Rocky about how he's a fighter and that
Yeah. Originally, she comes out to see him at the training camp, and she's like, "I'm pregnant," and he's like, "That's what makes him win." But in Rocky 5, he's supposed to have a daughter named fuck.
daughter.
It's named after.
That's her name.
It's
Fuck
named
my boy.
after Adrian's mother.
Oh,
And then
what was
he
Adrian's
never
mother?
meets the daughter because he's supposed to die at the end of Rocky 5, which is a tragedy because he wasted all his time on Tom. He's like, if it's a boy, we can name it after Tommy. If it's a girl, we can name it after your mother.
It ends up being a girl.
Yeah.
And that's a plot point that will never resurface in any of the previous movies. I'll say that.
No, because he died, right?
Mhm.
He died never to meet his daughter, which is so fucking sad. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
With the first Rocky, like, what would you say between you three? Like, what's your favorite thing about the movie? I mean,
Well,
anything.
the favorite thing is definitely the character Rocky himself. How he's an underdog who eventually, rises to glory and all that thing.
I would say for me, between the main character and the soundtrack. I mean, the soundtrack.
Soundtrack is a close second. I would say that.
Yeah. Bill Conti
Yeah.
really made a score that stand out. And plus, the
Yeah.
character himself, going through hurdles. I think he got involved with some shady people in the beginning with that Joe Spinelli character. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
and having to practice. He faced off against what was his face, Spider Rico or something like that.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
beginning of the film. Yeah,
Did he get knocked out by him or something?
I should know this. I just watched the movie. I just watched
You know what's
Rocky 1
cool
and 2.
about Spider Rico is like in the last movie, Creed 2, he goes Spider Rico's funeral and he talks about Spider Rico coming out in the desert because he took so many hits that he didn't remember his daughter and all this other shit. And he uses that to train Creed.
Mhm.
It's a deleted scene that they don't. If they would have left it in the movie, it would have made total sense because he's trained Creed in the desert because of Spider Rico. And it's like, fuck, Sly. How could you fuck that up?
Yeah.
How could you do it?
Well, you can't really talk about Rocky without talking about Mickey. We haven't even talked about him yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, who can forget Mickey? His
There it is.
ultimate motivator and trainer.
And now, is there any backstory to Mickey, Matt, that or
I know someone wrote a script, but I don't know. Like, I'm sure on Wikipedia they have one, right?
yeah?
Burgess.
How cold is it up
That's
there
all I
in
have
Canada?
to say.
How
It's
cold is it
fucking
up there?
Cold. Let me
Yeah,
show
Yeah,
you
we're
outside.
in Montreal. Oh, damn.
It's
That's a lot of
fucking
snow,
bad
man. We don't get that much snow here down in Sanford,
No, it hasn't snowed yet in
No,
North Carolina here,
no.
but it's
Yeah,
inevitable,
it's bad.
right?
I suppose
Yeah, it's
so.
bad over
Yeah,
here.
Yeah, if it
that
hasn't
is-
snowed yet, it's going to snow in February.
But
It's been snowing for
John,
like 3 weeks nonstop.
John, the thing about the temperatures here is that they've been kind of ass backwards, to say the least. Like one moment it's hot as fuck, next moment it's very cold, and it's like almost like fall kind of weather.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah. Usually the
it's,
coldest
up and
for us
down.
is
Yeah.
late January, early February. Then March we start to get that spring weather since I'm in Texas.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of pollen here in Sanford and in North Carolina in general. Once the spring comes in.
Yeah, but yeah, I love the character Mickey.
Yeah.
But what about Creed too? Like, we haven't talked about Creed. I mean, there's so much here.
All weathers.
1 month out, right? 1 month out.
Are you going to see Creed 3?
I'm gonna watch it just so I can judge it.
Right.
Because
talking
I
about
don't
Apollo
think it's
Creed.
gonna.
Yeah, we're talking about the character, not the movies.
But if you want, are you going to see it though? Still, are you going to see that?
I definitely trust Apollo Creed over anybody in Quebec.
This is going to be a good season for maple syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some maple syrup. I need to get my mom to make some blueberry pancakes because I got the mix for that.
Just make sure the dog isn't, talking to you like in Road Trip.
Oh my god.
Hey Jack, have that bitch make me some blueberry pancakes right now.
It's funny how you mentioned that, Scotty, because my father does have 2 dogs that he often brings to the apartment.
Yeah. But go back to the Apollo Creed character. What a great villain. That's the thing. It's like there's so many iconic things about this movie.
Great villain, and he's not really an outright villain. He's just a cocky asshole at times,
Yeah, you could say that. That's the better term.
Yeah.
And the Philadelphia setting.
Philly. Yeah.
Is the Rocky statue?
sure.
Where's it at? Where's it at now? Is it at the
It's
top
at
of
the
the steps?
foot of the steps, like on
The
the
foot,
other
okay.
side. Yeah.
It should stay there. It should stay on the steps.
Yeah. But I was trying to think, we haven't got any questions of the chat, but what are some of the things that we could talk about with the first movie that, you guys have any more thoughts? Or I mean,
The little guy sticking his head in again.
but so okay, one thing that I wrote down here: the original ending would have had Rocky and Apollo's fans carrying them out of the ring on their shoulders after Apollo's narrow victory.
Wow.
Rocky then goes backstage looking for Adrian. He finds her behind the curtain at the back of the arena, and the two walk off hand in hand towards the dressing room. Ultimately,
I've seen
Sly.
that. Like
What?
those pictures of that.
Isn't that the poster for the movie? Matt?
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's pictures of that on the internet.
Wow.
And Sly found the scene unsatisfying, and so reshoots were done a week or so later with now the memorable ending. Yeah, that's what you just said, the poster shot.
Yeah.
I like that ending. That's a good ending.
All right, so where does Rocky like rank among? Okay, let's talk about. Okay, if you think Rocky through Rocky Balboa, like where does Rocky rank for you? And I know you haven't seen the film in a while, Gabo, but
Yeah. But from what I remember, it was mid to high. You know. It was,
Yeah,
it
me
definitely
too.
was on, you know.
Mhm. That's it. So
what about you, Matt?
Yeah. Mid to high.
Like,
I saw it very later on, so all the other Sly films from the 80s were like king,
They,
you know.
they wowed you more. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
They went at a much short pace and everything, fast pace. They were not 2 hours. If they were, it was very rare.
yeah, I'm trying to think. Like for me, my favorite is probably Rocky 4.
Yeah.
Before Rocky
then-
3, you could say Rocky, either Rocky 2 or Rocky Balboa. You know,
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Yeah. I still need to think what's my second favorite of them.
Can you hear anything in my background?
I kind of hear some
Yeah, I
stuff.
heard something too.
A little bit. I mean, it's
Well,
not
a little
bad though.
bit. Yeah. It's nothing problem. No problem.
Okay, cool. My wife's
Um,
watching her K dramas.
Or Korean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make sure she didn't hear us make fun of that. Okay.
Like I'm trying to think if I would put Rocky Balboa. Like I love Rocky, but I don't know. I would probably put Rocky above Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't think anyone would argue with that.
No,
No.
I mean I would say Rocky 4, Rocky 3, Rocky 2, Rocky 5. No.
Rocky 5
for
is
me
probably
probably last. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
think about that.
It's
yeah.
the weakest, but I'll take it over the Creed films any day.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I haven't decided. I mean, I'm going to review the Creed films at some point, but I don't know if I'm gonna do a discussion, unless like maybe like we brought it up here and there, but like I'm not going to.
Michael B. Jordan. You're not the Michael Jordan. Let's just say that much.
Yeah, I mean, I still haven't reviewed the Rocky films really yet, and I haven't. I got a ways to go before I get to Creed.
Yeah, ways to go. Not just the Rocky films, but also the Rambo films as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
The
got
plan-
some special
Oh.
things planned for that motherfucker.
Don't forget, you have to go through the Stallone's later trash. Like Escape Plan, Escape.
Oh
Plan.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
inevitable.
We get to
I got to review that
once
too.
we get
And,
to this movie,
Yeah.
I'm going to be prepared because
Cobra.
yeah, Cobra.
Crime is a
Oh,
disease.
Cobra.
We do. I like to. I hope they would restore a 2-hour cut of that eventually, but it doesn't
Yeah.
seem it's gonna be possible.
yeah, who knows if that really is around anymore. It might be locked in a vault somewhere, but the footage is probably old as fuck and probably not in good condition. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, this won't be the first and only discussion with any Stallone film. I mean, there's more to come. Like in
Wow.
between the reviews.
No discussion for Rambo 2, no discussion for Cobra. What?
Yeah, like I was gonna do for one, like each Rocky film.
Oh,
All the Rambos, Cobra,
Yeah.
Tango and Cash. I mean,
Yeah, single.
Man,
I could
this
talk.
movie-
You know, I'm still going to review the movies, but there's so much. I mean, that even
yeah,
now,
I get it. To do back and forth review discussion.
And you have to do
Very
his earlier work
tough.
like Stop or My Mom Will Shoot,
which I've never seen. I've never seen that.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
To
Wow.
tell you the truth, I don't recall seeing that movie a lot either. You know.
It's a good
I think-
movie.
Okay.
It's not as bad as you think it's gonna be.
Mhm.
It's pretty good.
As long as it's better than fucking Spy Kids 3, that's for sure.
Oh, way better.
Way better. Yeah.
Way
I
fucking
I
better.
assume you enjoy it more than the Grudge, right? I mean, Grudge Match, right?
Grudge
Yeah.
Match. Yeah. That one, man. That one.
I've seen it, but I can't remember. I can't remember anything about Grudge Match.
Or
Bullet-
fucking bullet to the head. I was gonna
Yeah.
mention that one. More like bullet to my balls. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I remember about that is the axe fight between Sly and Aquaman.
Yeah.
Jason Momoa, or I should say, Robin Reigns' distant cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Diet
there's also
Roman
the
Reigns.
Expendables franchise you got to cover. You can say the first one's good. The second one has its moments, but
Which one?
the Expendables movies that he did later on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a topic because I plan to review all three of them and do like a topic on what the
What
fuck
could've been.
happened.
Yeah. What the fuck happened? What should have been? You know.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And going back to Rocky for a second, like I don't want to be honest, I don't want to see any more Rocky. Like after
Me
three-
either.
This story's done. You know.
Yeah,
You don't need to.
Gratuitous. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, man.
yeah,
You know.
that was the only. That was I actually liked Creed 2 a little more. Than the first.
And we don't need another nostalgia bait bullshit like what they did with Star Wars or any of these other big franchises.
Our Star Woke.
Star Woke, yeah. Woke Wars is more like it, you know.
But I'm trying to imagine, if this was never a thing, like if Stallone never got to play Rocky, I mean, I think he probably would have never had a career. I mean,
No,
this
I
is
was
the
thinking the
career
same
change,
thing. I was thinking the same thing. I don't think he would have had
Yeah.
a career.
Yeah.
and you would have had. I wonder how that would have affected Arnold.
Oh,
Speaking of which, I just thought of that. Stay Hungry came out in '76.
Yeah, 76.
but,
Better
but Arnold's first big break was really
Humping
Conan.
Iron.
Yeah, Hercules, New York, right?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
Did that come out the same year as the Italian Stallion?
That's
71,
That's
72.
71.
fucking gold.
But seriously talking, his first big break was Conan, and then it was Terminator.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's Conan the Destroyer
Yeah, and then Commando.
and
And-
Red Sonja,
I mean, what was
Raw-
the?
Raw Deal,
Predator.
I mean,
And-
the box office for Rocky.
Running Man, Red Heat.
Yeah. That's another, if John hasn't done it, that's another marathon you got to do. The
What's that?
Arnold, the
Oh
Arnold,
yeah, Arnold. Who? What?
the Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
marathon. Arnold
I have.
Yeah,
You all right, Matt?
yeah. You're coughing a little there too much.
Man, dude, don't.
Yeah, cut down the smoking, man.
I'm smoking
Love
a
that line
joint.
from Rocky 6 about an
I'm
AR.
smoking a
Yeah.
joint.
Yeah, great
Yeah,
speech.
Now I'm coughing too. It's contagious.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, apparently, what's her face? Peyton Place, another YouTuber, uses line too. About how hard he can keep moving forward. You gotta be willing to take the hits and stuff like that, in order to, push on in life.
exactly. But
In fact, the VMX guy that he used to do these good videos, he actually merged footage of
Sorry,
you,
man.
John, and Peyton Place together.
Man, you need.
Actually,
I hope you got some drinks for that shit, man.
Drink plenty of water.
Drink some water, man.
Drink plenty of water, or
Stay,
fuck,
stay
get Coke if
I'm
you
alright.
need.
Drink a couple of raw eggs, like Rocky.
That'd be nasty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's his ritual, if I'm not mistaken. Or just
I've heard that you
money.
shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
What have you guys heard? Is it a healthy thing to do? Because I've heard like some people do it, but I've heard it's not healthy.
I wouldn't tell you because honestly, I think the idea of drinking raw eggs is fucking disgusting in real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Mhm. You should do-
I
you
think it's
should
one of
just-
those old days it was cool, but now just because he's salmonella.
Yeah, salmonella infection.
And then stop Rocky.
If anything, he needs to eat soft-boiled or hard-boiled eggs. You know, that'd be the. I know that's what they'll probably do if they were to remake it. They'll probably, we're not going to do the raw egg. We're just going to do boiled because we want to protect our main actor.
Take the Rocky challenge, guy.
It won't be. It
Take
won't
the-
be egg yolk. It'll be soy milk.
So
Yeah.
soy milk. Or,
Okay, if John
vegetarian eggs.
has done if John has already done an Arnold marathon, what about a Jean-Claude Van Damme marathon?
That'd be fun. I mean, that'd be fun. I mean, that's something that. Well, when I threw up a poll about who should I do next with the marathon, it was like Al Pacino, Clint Eastwood, Sly, and Tom Cruise. And
Stallone.
Yeah, Stallone's
Stallone.
Runaway.
Stallone is like the most logical choice for the kind
You all right, man?
of Matt smoking that shit hard.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Take a breather, man.
Him in second.
Tom Cruise would be cool too.
Yeah, but
Which is funny. We got the closest thing to Tom Cruise talking to us, which is Scotty.
What about me and Tom Cruise?
That you look like Tom Cruise and you sound like Tom Cruise.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, Tom Cruise is like 1 inch taller than me since he's not that tall. It's like 5'7".
but talking about the box office for Rocky, I mean,
Yeah, the film's budget was like just under $1 million, and it made like over 200 million. I think.
yeah, 225 million worldwide.
That's great. That's bacon bank in the.
That's not counting re-releases, isn't it?
I'm trying to think, what would that be today?
Oh, that'd
A
be
lot.
pretty
a lot.
much. Yeah. And keep in mind that was 76, 77. More people paid to see that movie back then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How much are ticket prices? I mean, if you had to think.
Ooh, that's what I like to know.
Plus, in those days, there was no VHS or anything or beta.
Oh, VHS
So if
didn't,
you want to go see Rocky, you had to go see it in the theater.
VHS didn't come to like 79, 78, somewhere around there.
Hmm.
Eight what?
8 what?
I don't know. But I mean, even we talked about the soundtrack and stuff like that. Like even the song "Take You Back." I mean,
Yeah.
another great thing about the movie. $8 tickets back then for $8.
Oh, yeah, $8. Wait, what?
I don't know about that.
I don't know
Not in
about
'76.
We had that here. We had that here.
I think $8
Movies
is
for
now.
$8.
We're talking about like $76.
But
I imagine
Now
there
it's
was-
like 20 something to go see a movie.
yeah,
Fucking serious, man.
Yeah.
Right up there.
What are you talking about?
Shit, I haven't been in a theater since last year. But
I'm gonna look that up. Ticket prices.
by the way, the last movie
Montreal.
Well, maybe it might have been different in Montreal. But prices.
By the way, the last movie I saw in the theater here in the States was The Batman.
The Batman.
Yeah.
Thumb Drive.
That was probably one of my second or third favorite movies of last year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
believe it or
I'm
not,
trying
I didn't mind Jurassic World Dominion. At least that was decent.
That's pretty cool.
Mm.
At least
did
it
talk
wasn't
about-
Jurassic World.
What else you want to bring to the table, John, in terms of the discussion?
I mean, we talked about. Let me go back here. I was just on IMDb for a second.
Hmm.
So I mean, Stallone, his performance, I mean, is there
Yes.
anything you guys want to talk about there, or
Spot on.
Spot on. Yeah.
Spot on. Because you
Very
knew what you
natural.
had to do.
Very natural,
Yeah.
spot on performance.
One thing I do kind of want to discuss is how this film and also 2, 3, and 4 are getting a 4K release.
when would that be?
I think it's in February. I think it's next month. Let me check it up.
And also, the sequels need better extras too. It's always better.
Yeah.
I'll have to get
Yeah.
to that because
Because technically, the only
Yeah.
one I own anyway is the Rocky Balboa DVD, and I haven't gotten the others because it seems like the first one would get the special treatment. It's like the sequels made quite a bit of money, and yet they get barely anything to color,
Hmm.
Yeah,
except
Yeah,
for
they get
Rocky
nothing.
Poor Guy director's cut. But it's not exactly a well liked cut.
They get
Yeah,
like trailers.
yeah,
That's it.
the 4K set is coming February 28th.
you see, why can't Stallone like provide interviews?
And
Like,
Have you
Yeah.
noticed something? Have you noticed something weird about this set? Just Rocky 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's no 5 or Balboa.
wow,
And you know which company is putting it out, right?
who?
Warner Brothers.
Oh wow,
Hmm.
What are you talking about? Warner Brothers is doing what?
The Rocky set.
So Warner Brothers is doing the Rocky set?
Yeah.
Not MGM?
Well, hold on. Let me see. Warner Brothers is distributing it, but I don't know about it.
Hmm.
But yeah, not so much. It's very much a Warner release. And Greg, you're putting it. What's funny is that this year also marks the 100 years of Warner Brothers. They're going to put out a lot of 4Ks for their other movies, their older movies.
yeah,
They're going to put out. They're going to put out the first 5 Superman movies on 4K.
interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Superman. I also hear there's plans for Enter the Dragon in 4K.
Hmm.
no
Training Day is also coming out on 4K as well. That's it's also planned.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to happen, but I'm very curious to see if Warner Brothers is planning either Ninja Turtles 1990 or Mortal Kombat 95 for 4K.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Will
It's-
they add
they're deserving.
any features to it? Or will it be
Yeah.
just the bare minimum that we got?
that'd be nice, but I don't know if they're going to add any new features.
Yeah.
You'd say you kind of doubt it too, right, John?
Yeah, I mean, we can't even get features for the Rocky sequels.
Or the blue, the standard Blu-rays,
Yeah, I got the undisputed Blu-ray Rocky pack.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called somewhere. I think
By
it's
the
my
way, that old set was 20th Century Fox, and this new set is Warner Brothers.
yeah, but
That's it.
we can't get special editions for the Rocky movies, but we can get a director's cut of Rocky 4.
Yeah. Or even a restored work print of Rocky 5, which I would gladly see.
Yeah. But did we even talk about go back to the
Oh.
cast for a second? Oh, what?
Oh, guess what? The director's cut is also included with the box set, as well as the theatrical cut.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Those both
Good.
cuts.
I still haven't seen the director's cut.
Yeah, I haven't.
No,
I
it's
like the
pretty
play-
good. Pretty good.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing they're not dropping the theatrical cut outright.
Good. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the best version. It's the one we all grew up with.
Yeah, of course.
I was going to say, now that you're mentioning it, John, how should I say this? How do we feel about Polly as a character?
Yeah, I was getting ready to mention him. Going back to the cast, I mean, I love the character of Paulie.
Oh,
Even though he does act, even despite the fact he does act like an asshat at times.
Yeah, the first movie especially.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
He's a jackass with a heart of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Calling Adrian a loser in the first movie and
Yeah,
throwing the turkey out the window. Everybody remembers that scene.
Yeah, and
Go and get the bird. Yeah.
get the bird, and the scene where he fucking goes ape shit and destroys the furniture.
Yeah, with the bat.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, he had Rocky's back pretty much. So
yeah, he did.
And he's still around. Burt Young.
Yeah,
yeah, it's funny enough. I did a review of a film that he was in back in 2020. It was a movie called Bright Angel. He was in there for like maybe a few minutes, but he had a solid performance in that movie.
Yeah, I think he's got to be in his 80s.
Yeah, so he's still alive. That's good. I'm pretty sure Talia Shore is still alive too.
yeah.
Yeah, she actually appeared in the Frank Stallone documentary that I watched last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow, she still looks good.
Obviously for her age. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, for her age, but I'm like, wow.
Did anyone feel like other than the Rocky series and maybe the Godfather series, Talia Shore didn't really seem to do much after that?
Yeah, it's a shame. I'm looking at her IMDb right now, and let me see here. Yeah, she did something last year. She's still working.
And she didn't even come back to Rocky Balboa because they killed the character off.
Yeah, for whatever reason, Stallone and Shar had a conversation. They both agreed that maybe it's better that Adrian not be in the movie.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's a good point though, because she was in the Godfather movies. She was in that movie Prophecy that I've heard a lot about but haven't
It's
seen.
good. It's pretty good.
What
I watched
movie?
half of it last month.
What movie are you talking about, John? That she was also in?
Prophecy,
Prophecy. From what year?
1979.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, she did it right after Rocky 2.
Oh, Prophecy. Because, just to avoid confusion with The Prophecy from 1995.
Yeah, it's gonna make sure it wasn't that movie.
Yeah.
Wait.
Huh?
Where's my corn dog, Matt?
Corn
You
dog.
want one?
Yeah.
Well,
Dude.
why?
I had some Peruvian chicken.
Proving Coke.
How American we're talking about the most American film, and our Canadian friends having a corn dog.
Yeah.
Having corn dog.
Too hot.
Yeah.
You ate your Canadian eating a corn dog. I just had chicken from a Peruvian grill at the mall, and we're talking about an American hero, an American movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had Subway.
I actually had some chicken soup that I had to throw. So it was chicken potatoes. I threw in some broccoli.
Did you have some noodles or rice with that?
Like very little rice, but
Wow.
I threw in some tortilla chips and a little bit of cheese in there too.
Normally I like my chicken soup with noodles as well.
How do we go from Talia Shire to chicken soup?
Yeah,
This
baby.
chicken soup is good for us.
And Matt, you're getting all of us, and you're probably getting the chat fucking hungry right now.
Yeah.
Keep going,
It's
brother.
went from the Rocky stream to the Hungry stream, the Hunger Games stream.
Yeah, but Talia Shire didn't really want to do much. I mean, she did all the Rocky movies. She appeared in Brad, that film back.
She's
in the
doing
day.
that show, Frankie and Johnny, or no? Frankie and something?
Frankie and Sam.
The only
Yeah, she's
Frankie
got-
and Johnny movie I know is with Al Pacino and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Mm-hmm.
She's got 2 movies in one in production. And wait, what? She's in that new Francis Ford Coppola movie.
She's working with him. The
Yeah,
man
that has that big
directed
cast.
She's working with the man
Megalopolis.
that Victor.
Megalopolis.
Wait,
Wait,
with the man
wasn't
that backed
movie
Victor Salva.
Megalopolis? Wasn't that movie in development hell for God knows how long?
Yeah, it's like a sci-fi drama, and it has Dustin Hoffman in there, John Voight. It's like a big film. Shia LaBeouf is in there. Adam Driver.
Wow.
It's wow.
Well, yeah, I remember hearing a good deal about that movie when it was in development hell.
Yeah, she's still working, and she's going to be in that film.
Yeah.
According to Talia Shire, the last film she did was Romancing Brazil.
Mm.
And the character Dipper earlier Matt was talking about that character earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently Stan Shaw plays the character Dipper. I had no idea.
From Daylight.
Yeah, Daylight. Yeah.
Daylight.
Yeah, I was gonna say Daylight.
Let me see
That
here.
was 20 years after Rocky.
The character of Jurgens, the guy that pitched the fight to
Yeah.
Rocky, like he died like a year or two after the first movie.
Wow.
He was the first one to go, was he?
Yeah. And that character you talked about earlier, Matt, the character of Mike, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still around.
He's still around. Okay.
I talked to him a few years ago. He's pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the cast here.
Matt, I swear, if we're comparing ourselves to the Goonies, you're the chunk of the group.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Okay. Favorite Rocky score?
That's
Rocky
also between 1 and 4 for me.
I would
No.
say between Rocky 2 and Rocky 4.
Yeah,
Because Rocky 2, you had Going the Distance,
going the distance. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And Rocky
Hard to
4,
really
you had the what?
It's hard to say which score was the best. I feel like they're all equally good. Even if Vince Cola was a different departure, he still had some pretty good sounds, like the war soundtrack and
Yeah.
training.
Training montage,
Yeah.
and let's not forget, the going up the mountain scene that sinks in with Hearts on Fire.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
Transformers had the Drago score in Transformers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He did the score for that too. Huh.
yeah. And then after that, it's like he didn't really do much after that. He did.
Yeah,
film
yeah. I just noticed an interesting connection. Bill Conti did most of the music for the films. Rocky 4 had Dolph Lundgren as Ivan Drago. Bill Conti eventually does the score for Masters of the Universe, which has Dolph
Yeah.
Lundgren.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, is there a reason why Bill Conti didn't do 4? Like, I may have heard that before, or
Yeah, what was it?
I think it was a falling out.
With Stallone.
Yeah.
or maybe he was just too busy. Maybe that's what it was.
Maybe too busy. And you got to also know around the same time, I think, he did the score for The Karate Kid.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that 84, 86.
Yeah.
Did he do something in between in 85? I try to remember if he did. Did he do Runaway Train? Or I don't know. Maybe that's someone else.
Yeah, I mean, even like some of the quotes from the first movie we even talked about, like a lot of memorable lines here.
Mm-hmm.
Apollo Creed versus the Italian Stallion. Sounds like a damn monster movie.
Sounds like a damn monster movie.
Yeah.
Too bad Rocky Balboa didn't face off an Isobar.
Mm.
Oh, that's an interesting topic. Matt, we discussed
Okay.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about Isobot.
Mhm.
Matt,
Stallone didn't really.
Do you agree with any of this that Deep Fried Off is saying?
Hmm.
I could see it.
You could see it. Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe a bit of Stallone's persona came in, but it was still Rocky. He still kicked ass. They took him
Yeah. Yeah, Scotty mentioned Isobar. I know Matt and I had a discussion about Isobar with Isaiah a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We gotta have you done a video on Isobar, John?
Yeah, I did one back in like maybe 2019 or 2020. It was like a Skype recorded discussion that me and
Oh, yeah.
Matt did. I think Wildman Beyond was in there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But if we could do it, like if I would do it again too, like retouch up on that.
It's on
now
my
that-
YouTube page somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the video we did, Matt. The one we did, where we talked about it and it segued into how there was going to be Abominable with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I mean, I get going back to Deep Fry for a second. I kind of know what he means.
Yeah.
How like the Rocky and Rocky 3 and 4 seems like a complete opposite of the
It seems
Rocky
like
1 and 2 Rocky.
it seemed like he transitioned a little more into himself.
Mhm.
Like maybe because he was starting to lose the Italian accent. I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of goes from the streets to riches, rags to
course.
riches. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, by the third movie, you have what? I mean, the character Thunder Lips. I mean, it really started again from the third movie.
Yeah,
And I get it, but I still enjoy it.
yeah.
I still enjoy all the Rockies.
Of course, and 3 and 4 is a very different kind of feel altogether from 1 and 2 because it goes
Yeah.
for a more comic book over the top kind of feel.
Anybody seen Creed 3?
Not me. I
Mm.
don't know, man. And we lost our Stallone
Yeah.
expert for temporarily for this one.
Well, I don't know. I will
I
say
think
this:
that-
at least there's a difference. It's not bringing Rocky in there, but the way Michael Jordan treated Stallone, I don't know. If I do see it, it's going to be very, very cheap.
Yeah, Matt saw the question and the stream gave out. Like his end just
The stream crashed at the moment.
Yeah.
Was
Here we
question.
go.
Crash and burn.
Hey, there you go. I got to know the corn
Yeah.
dog.
He's back with the corn dog. Yeah.
I kind of figured. I was like, wait a second. I bet
The
you
corn dog came alive and took over the stream. That's what happened.
But yeah,
Oh,
the
boy.
question, deep fried, I think, was it deep fried that asked the question?
Yeah.
That if anyone's gonna go see Creed 3, if you're gonna go see Creed 3, Matt, I know you are.
I don't know. I think that
Probably.
corn dog. Than watch Creed
I can
3.
eat corn dog over there.
Eat a corn dog. Yeah.
All right. Here's a question for Matt. Would you rather?
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it though.
Would you rather eat 60 corn dogs or watch Creed 3?
So some
Fuck
corn dog.
the corn dogs. Give me a pizza or something.
60
Maybe-
corn
maybe
dogs,
Junebug
baby.
can do that. You can eat 60 corn dogs.
They see corn dogs. As long as they're not the fudgesicles from the other day.
Oh yeah, like that one stream where Matt had like
Yeah, the entire damn box. Yeah.
I can say it's not 5 corn dogs.
yeah.
That. Mm.
But
All right, gentlemen. I'm back.
no problem. But what are some other things that we could talk about the first movie? I mean, the kind of like anything that comes to mind, or
It was so intricate
Yeah.
and it was so like ahead of its time.
Of course. Yeah.
Did anyone else feel like the cinematography was good too? Like it captured the
Yeah.
New York, the Manhattan landscape pretty well too.
like nowadays, if you were to like not for one, this would never happen. If you think about it, like a film like this, the kind of risk they took, like the gamble,
Yeah, or the
making
building
Rocky, this would never happen today.
Raquella. That'll be
Mhm.
the woke remake Raquella.
Well, even just in general with Hollywood, I mean that too. But they would just never take that kind of risk again.
Yeah, they would never do that now. Never give anybody $1 million to do anything.
Yeah, you give an unknown actor who's struggling. I mean, the last time we even did that was maybe back in 2000s when Rob Brown was cast in the role of Finding Forrester. He was having struggles as well. Like he didn't have much money. He was trying to pay off a phone bill or something like that. I think.
Yeah.
Rob Brown, the actor.
Wow.
So I think
Yeah.
that's why. Like,
That's harsh, man. Like
okay.
it shows you like what kind of meat grinder the studio is, you know?
Yeah.
That like you have nothing left and you have to go work for nothing. You know?
Yeah, just Rocky came out at a perfect time where, like you look at back then, the way films were made, they're not exactly polished. And I love that.
Yeah.
Like it's not like nowadays. It's like,
Well-
go ahead.
When would you say was when truly started to get polished though?
What was the question?
Well, when would you say was the time when filmmaking really started to get polished though?
I don't know.
That's a good
I mean, I
question.
guess like they try to do that with Creed, like make it and it kind of goes to this question right here. I mean, they tried to with Creed and it
They try to agree.
fell in
Yeah,
the
they will. They're
Exactly.
trying. Sly's trying to do that now,
What?
but he can't find anyone who can take over Rocky. But he's trying to.
That's big shoes to fill, anyways.
I'd rather not do it. Rather,
Yeah, why would you want to remake your own baby? You know?
Yeah, he's trying to do a prequel.
You him, Stallone trying to remake Rocky sounds a bit like John Claude Van Damme trying to do a remake of Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a little off topic, Van Damme did try doing that with The Quest. It didn't work so well.
The Quest.
Yeah.
I just, I mean, they tried that with the Creed, but
Yeah.
the thing is, Creed is not likable.
Creed is not likable. He's a bastard child.
Yeah, I mean, like at first, I will admit, like the idea for Creed, I'm like, okay, I'm open to this. Then I saw the film, and I'm like, yeah, this is
Very
I'm
poor
not a fan of
writing.
it. Yeah,
Rocky has cancer throughout the movie. And he's
Yeah, I really didn't like that part.
Yeah.
And the
mean-
original script was so much better. The original Creed script.
but why
That
didn't
was
they go in that direction?
I don't know.
But I think that's why a film like Rocky worked for that time. I mean,
Yeah.
you all right, Matt? Okay, but yeah, that's why a film like that. I
Film
mean,
like
they would never make again. I mean, just
Yeah.
it's a once in a lifetime film.
And
Yeah.
And what you said about Rocky, how it could only work it was perfectly timed, how it could only work for its time. That very much applies with a lot of great movies of the years,
Yeah,
It was definitely perfectly timed.
Yeah,
Perfectly timed. On all areas.
in all areas, yeah.
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 Did you see Lloyd Kaufman?
Like Kaufman. Trauma.
no,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was. Like when Rocky walks into the bar in the beginning of the movie, he picks up that guy and he puts him in the seat.
I forgot.
He brings the guy outside and he puts him in a chair in the bar. That's Lloyd Kaufman, and he
Oh,
was
really?
there to grease the union to make sure that they didn't come down on him.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I kind of forgot for a minute. But I mean, do you guys have any favorite scenes from the first movie?
We went through this already.
I mean, I know
but
we went through it
Round
already,
four-
but I kind of
Round
like
14.
round 14. I mean,
there's a lot of scenes, but again, it's kind of cliche to say, but definitely the one where he's going up the steps, and
Yeah. Yeah.
why do you fight? Because I can't sing or dance.
yeah,
Yeah,
What does Butkus like? Little turtles.
yeah. And apparently, those turtles are still around, right?
Mhm.
Cuff and Link.
But in Rocky Balboa, there's only one turtle, and then in Creed there's two turtles.
But they said as of 2020, those turtles are still alive, like Cuff and Link. Yeah,
Someone's got to steal those turtles.
yeah.
Those turtles have lived
Three
long and happy
seashells.
3 seashells.
Use turtle shells. Yeah.
lives. Turtle shells,
Just make sure you don't eat too much Taco Bell.
Yeah.
or you have
Wait,
to
so-
wipe your ass with the turtle shells, right?
So if the same turtles were alive for Rocky Balboa, why didn't they bring those turtles in for that movie?
No
I
idea.
don't know.
Did they want too much money? I mean,
Like in the first Creed, there's only one turtle, and in Creed 2, there's two turtles. They fucked up.
This movie, this doesn't exist in this movie, but imagine the alternate version. It's 4 turtles: Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael.
Did you see the new turtles?
the new ones.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, the Seth Rogen animated.
No, like April and Casey are raising 4 new turtles, 2 boys and 2 girls.
No, I haven't
What?
seen.
Pretty cool.
But that's a great scene too. The one where they're having to talk in Rocky's apartment, him and Mickey. That's
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
it stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good scene. It shows how dramatic he could be too.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And it kind of goes back to the whole thing of when people say that Sly can't act. Watch this movie.
Yeah.
Or they probably forgot he did that movie.
And watch
Yeah.
Rocky 2.
Yeah, Rocky too. I mean,
He acts his ass off in Rocky
First
2.
blood, the fucking
Oh, yeah.
the monologue at the end. You know?
Yeah.
Nothing is over. You don't just turn it off.
yeah, exactly. I mean, how
Oh,
much
Rambo.
more Copland, for God's sakes?
Yeah.
Get Carter, the rooftop scene where he's like, you don't need to worry about the future. You can go right past it. Like he's crying because he knows his niece is in pain, and he's gotta like figure
But
shit out.
they like to shit on him for some fucking reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, Rambo 2, great, a great movie, got nominated and won for almost every Razzie nominated for
Yeah.
back in the day,
Yeah.
including Worst Picture.
I was just thinking this is a random question that came to mind, but what if Rocky had won the fight in the first movie? How different would the sequels would have been?
I don't think they would have made a difference. Like I think it would have just been like a one-off.
It would have
I
been
think it
kind
would have
of
been a one-off.
Yeah,
I
and,
can see that being the case.
one-hit wonder.
one hit wonder. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I could see it still being a big hit, but it wouldn't have made a franchise. Yeah, I think about it. Now imagine if it was a one-off. The other Rockies would have never happened. How different his career would have been then.
Oh man,
Well, Rambo probably would have been his big franchise, his sole big franchise.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. Do you think it would have taken him a little bit longer though?
Probably.
I think he wouldn't have done it. I don't think his ego would have been so big enough that he could say I could do it. Because everybody else passed on it, right? Everybody else is like, fuck this.
Yeah. Because if he
You never
won
know.
if he won the final fight, never made Rocky 2, 3, and 4. I mean, yeah, he could have still made First Blood, but would that have came out in 82 or would it have been later?
Maybe.
I mean, it's kind of like some what ifs.
Yeah, and speaking of that could be a really good idea for a series of videos. The what if this movie turned out this certain way? What if,
Would we have gotten Soldier because he was working on Soldier
Yeah.
at that time?
wait, Soldier?
Yeah,
What about
Which
Soldier?
Kurt Russell.
Russell.
Yeah.
Now was that
Yeah.
one? Was that when it was like in the works, like back in the late 80s?
82, right? 82, 83, 84,
Well, of course.
85. It got sent to Arnold, right? So
That's Arnold. Wow. And of course, we eventually got the '98 version of Kurt Russell, also
I love
directed,
that movie.
also directed by Paul W.S. Anderson.
I
Yeah.
need to watch it again.
And this was shortly after he did Mortal Kombat and Event Horizon.
Mhm.
Now, Matt, the couple of films that he did after the first Rocky, like Fist and Paradise Alley, have you seen those? Or
I like them, but they're slow burns, I find.
Just what about Escape to Victory, the soccer
I got
movie?
I'm not a big fan of Victory.
Oh,
I got
okay.
Victory, yeah.
You know Pelé, the
Yeah.
famous Brazilian player, was in that movie, and he just passed away recently.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I've
'cause-
just never been a big fan of that movie.
Yeah, because
Nighthawks also. Like I
Night-
love Nighthawks, but apart from like 2 or 3 scenes, man.
I've never
It
seen
would
the
have been better
film.
if Rutger Hauer's scenes weren't a majority of his scenes weren't cut out or something. Because I heard
Mhm.
he definitely brought a presence in the film. I think Stallone's ego kind of got in the way of that movie as well.
I love the scene where like Rutger Hauer chops fucking Billy D. Williams' face in half and flies holding his face back together, and he's like, "You're
I had to
fucking
spoil it.
dead.
I haven't seen
You're
it yet.
fucking
Can you not spoil anymore?
dead." Yeah.
I haven't seen the film yet, so please don't spoil it anymore.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
because I haven't
sorry.
seen the film either. I have to still
Okay.
have to watch it.
It's
Well,
been a
that's
while.
highlighted scene, let me tell you.
Okay, highlighted scene. Definitely be part of my mind. So yeah.
Oh, you're fine. Now, do you think? I wonder what was. I mean, I know this is not about Rocky 2, but I wonder how much money that made because you can say from there after Rocky 2, like
Apparently, he made all his money on Rocky 2.
Oh.
He made all his money back because he didn't get paid a lot for the first. You know what's weird is what's that boxer's name? The guy who played Chick Weber in Rocky 2. Roberto Duran.
Yeah.
They take his name later and put it in Lockup, and Sonny Landham's name is Chick Weber.
Oh wow. I didn't know that.
And you know what? Chick Weber was supposed to be played by, the guy who inspired the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, Rocky.
Dixon. Chuck Dixon.
Chuck Dixon.
Yeah, I think. And then he was in the same jail when they were filming Lockup because he got busted for coke charges. So,
I'm very
Yeah.
curious. I'm very curious. Were there any movies that Stallone did that Arnold was up for, or vice versa?
I know they were supposed to do the bass together.
I know
Which is
that.
Soldier.
I know the story about how Arnold duped Sly into making "Stop or My Mom Will Shoot."
Yeah.
It's still a pretty good movie, I gotta say. I like that movie.
I still haven't seen that one either.
Yeah.
Which one are we talking?
It's
Stop
great
on
now
Shoot.
just to see Estelle Getty.
Yeah, "Stop or My Mom Will Shoot." You know
Yeah.
how?
She's dead,
Not
right?
perfect, but there's still some fun moments.
Yeah, we were talking about the story of how Arnold duped Sly into making that movie.
Well, here's another question that I thought of, like, because we know how Rocky 2 ended. Like,
Yeah.
do you think they would have, if it would have stopped there, like, what do you think?
If
It'd
they were
be
gonna
good.
stop it there, do one more and do like best 2 out of 3.
That's 2 out of 3.
Now I'm thinking of
It's not a bad idea.
of Bill and Ted Death from Bill and Ted
Yeah.
Death from LA. Best 2 out of 3.
That's 3 out of 5. That's just damn right.
Yeah. I mean, then after, because you did Rocky, then Fist, Paradise Alley,
Fist
Rocky
is
2,
really
the
good.
Night Hawks.
Fist is really, really good. Like
And of
really,
course,
really good.
his first big blunder, Rhinestone.
Yeah, Rhinestone.
You're right. I could laugh at it.
Yeah,
It's not his worst movie, but I can laugh at it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then, he directed Staying Alive, the John Travolta sequel, even though that made money.
And
Yeah.
John G. Elvinson directed that.
Directed what?
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever.
Oh yeah, he did that later.
It's interesting how things work out like that.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask a question here, like for the other Rockies. Do you guys want to do like each one, or
I'm
should
down
we-
for anything.
I'm actually down for each one. I really like the idea.
Yeah.
That'd be a
Okay.
very interesting idea if we did
Yeah.
give my thoughts to it.
I mean, is there anything else that we should? I mean, unless we can answer some questions from the chat or something. But there's only 2 people watching.
It's only 2
Who's
people.
out there?
Who
Oh yeah,
are you?
we're-
Oh, that's
Okay.
Homer. That's Homer. Hello, Homer.
Homer.
Oh, you know this guy?
We did Demolition Man last week.
Yeah, we did like a commentary,
Yeah, go back.
Yeah.
but we may
Dude,
do
it's
something again. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, due to technical difficulties and me having dinner at that time, my involvement in that had to be cut short.
Yeah, what happened?
Fuck. I got wasted.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what happened.
Yeah, I was eating.
I got messed up.
You got
I
messed
got
up.
all fucked up and shit. My wife came out and yelled at me and shit.
Are you asking me or are you asking Matt?
That's what happened to me last week.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, the technical hurdles were overwhelming, and I had dinner at the time, so I couldn't catch up with the movie like I had.
Oh, you missed it?
Yeah.
It was such a spectacle, let me tell you.
Yeah.
It was such a She's ready to do it again. I see her in there.
But what
She's
else
got
can we
my-
talk about here?
She's got my corn dogs.
Got your corn dog. Shit.
coming out.
She definitely packed Shatner's Rockin' Man's corn dogs for sure.
Yeah.
Now you have me picturing an image in my mind of Shatner playing Rocky.
I could
Adrian,
go.
oh, you did it.
I could go one more round.
Oh,
Spock.
wow.
Spock.
Because I can't
Cut.
sing or dance.
Cut me, Spock.
Yeah.
It broke your thumb.
Oh, him as Mickey though, that'd be entertaining. I mean,
Oh.
can we get that version?
You mean William Shatner's
I'd watch
Mickey?
that, yeah.
Rocky, you've got to make the best of it. This is your time to shine.
You're going to eat lightning and crap, thunder.
Yeah.
Pound that bag
got to win.
500 times till it hurt.
Oh
What
man,
was that, Mac? Six
This
or
is
seven.
this is gonna be a horrible. This is gonna be a horrible. Imagine a comedian playing Apollo Creed.
Oh my goodness.
Like Eddie Murphy's Apollo Creed.
And Jim Carrey is Rocky.
yeah, give us that remake. Oh yeah, like in Living Color. Didn't he play Rocky
Yeah.
in Living Color?
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
a skit.
Jim Carrey's Rocky, and yeah, I got the eye of the tiger. Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
I should have more questions ready, but like I was watching the game at my dad's house, and I'm like, I gotta get home. I didn't say anything, but I was like, I have to start the stream up, but I didn't have a lot of questions ready and
What game?
stuff like the Bengals and the Chiefs.
Oh, you're watching that, huh?
Yeah, we were watching it, and I was
Who are you
like,
going
well,
for? Does it really matter?
either way.
Was it a football game?
Yeah, football.
Yeah. This is the last game, and then the Super Bowl's in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Last I
Um,
saw was 2013. I don't know what the score is now. I'll have to check.
But I'm like,
Bengals-
yeah, I had to get back and prepare for this.
it's tied now. It's 2020.
Oh wow.
Wow.
You know, at this point, I don't have much hope for what trailers they're going to show at the Super Bowl because the state of film nowadays.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got to look forward to the Flash, right? That's going to be at the Super Bowl. The trailer.
Fucking Flash.
Fucking
Fucking hate the Flash.
Fucking
Fuck.
flash drive.
Suck my fucking. Anyway.
fucking
Well, suck my corn dog.
Yeah.
Suck my corn dog, Israel.
Yeah,
Ezra Erect Miller.
Jam it up your fucking cum hole.
Yeah, jam that corn dog right up your stink hole.
Yeah.
And also, like now I even forget what it was.
And you know what? I guarantee you that Michael Keaton's probably going to be the sole redeeming factor of that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though they fucking took him out of Batgirl. Anyway, I gotta go, guys.
Oh, no problem, man. Yeah, we're about to wrap up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I love you guys.
you got any last words about?
And
the
I
first
gotta
Rocky?
say about Rocky, you know what? It stands for itself because you can watch Rocky a million times, and every time you watch it, you're gonna see something different.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. I've seen that movie in the theater twice, and fuck, it's there's just so many things.
Yeah.
There's just so many things. It's such a great fucking movie.
Yes.
It's a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's a masterpiece of cinema.
Yes.
Mhm.
Shining example of cinema.
So I'll catch you guys on the flip,
All right.
and I'll watch this when it's uploaded.
Cool.
All right, man.
And I love you guys.
All right,
And we'll see you for Rocky 2.
Yeah. Super Fight 2? I mean,
Yeah, the rematch.
Rocky
I got
2.
big-
gotta
rematch.
catch this little chicken.
Rocky
Will I
2.
hurt you?
Thanks. Thankfully not Electric Boogaloo. Thankfully not Annihilation. Thankfully not
Yeah.
I'm down for Annihilation also. Let's do it. I love that fucking movie.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
There's
All
some
right, guys.
scenes in there. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, such a good. If they would have just like messed around a bit with like the speed instead of the slow mo all the time, they would have had a great movie. Great movie.
Yeah, remind me of that because if we ever talk Mortal Kombat in the future, I'm definitely gonna spit out a lot of information on that.
Yeah.
Or if they would have had Quan Chi in there, from what I
Quan
heard.
Chi.
Quan Chi.
Quan Chi.
Yeah, instead of Brian Thompson.
Oh, well, he means like for the end of the movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's some like scenes that were filmed with him or this actor, but we never saw him.
I gotta watch it again.
Yeah.
I want to see some of those deleted scenes, guy.
Yeah, I want to see those.
So yeah, before we get too off topic, you want to wrap this up, John?
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
But I just want to say thank you, Gabbo and Scotty, for coming in, and Matt Thomas here,
Thank you, sir.
and
It's
Rocky
my
2.
highlight. It's my highlight of the week every week.
Yeah, we'll have to do Rocky 2, and yeah, great sequel.
Yep.
Classic.
But thank you guys out there for watching and for tuning in, and see you for Rocky 2.
All right.
Keep punching.
Thanks for having me on.
All right.
Thank you.
Gracias.